This is a chapter on goods and service tax, in short called GST. We are doing the first part of this chapter. This is an example. Say a manufacturer makes an article. He makes an article for rupees 80, which means he spent rupees 80 on making it. Okay. And he wants to sell it to a wholesaler. Now the wholesaler in turn sells it to a dealer, and the dealer finally sells it to a customer. Okay. So it was made by the manufacturer and it was made for 80 rupees. Okay. Now when he sells it to the wholesaler, he increases the price and sells it at a mark price. MP stands for mark price. Okay. Mark price is also called list price. It's also called printed price. So he increases the price by 20 more rupees and sells it to the wholesaler for rupees 100. Now the wholesaler buys it from the manufacturer for 100 rupees. Okay. And the wholesaler sells it to the dealer by increasing the price from 100 to 150. He increases by 50 rupees. Okay. So the wholesaler bought it for 100. He increases the price by 50 more rupees and he is going to sell it to the dealer for 150 rupees. Now the dealer in turn bought it from the wholesaler for 150 rupees and sells it to the customer at an increased price of rupees 200. And finally the customer buys it for this price, that is rupees 200. But in every stage there is a tax that has to be calculated. Now let's consider the percentage of tax at each stage that the person has to pay is 10%. Okay. So the tax percentage is 10%. At each stage. Okay. So if the wholesaler is buying from the manufacturer, the price at which he buys is 100 rupees, and on this 100 rupees he has to pay 10% tax. Okay. So let's calculate the tax here. In the first case, tax in the first case is 10%. 10% is written as 10 over 100 of whatever is the mark price. Mark price is 100 rupees. So the 100 is gone. That's 10 rupees is the tax that the wholesaler has to pay the manufacturer. Now, what the manufacturer does is he collected a tax of 10 rupees. He sends that tax to the government. Okay. Now, let's keep the government separate. Now, the manufacturer sent 10 rupees to the government. Okay. So, government has received 10 rupees from the manufacturer. Okay. Next stage. The wholesaler has already bought it from the manufacturer for 100 rupees and he paid 10 rupees as tax. Now the wholesaler increased the price. It was originally 100. He's increased the price to 150 rupees. Okay. So he is going to sell it to the dealer for 150 rupees. That is his mark price. Mark price is 150 rupees. He's going to sell it to the dealer. So dealer is going to buy this article for 150 rupees and the dealer has to pay a tax of the same percentage, 10%. Okay. So let's calculate the second tax that the dealer is going to pay the wholesaler. Okay. So that's 10%, that is 10 over 100 of 150. So that should give you 15 rupees. So this tax is paid by the dealer. So the dealer pays 150 rupees, that's the price of the article, plus he also pays 15 rupees as tax. Okay. Now what happens is, the wholesaler, when he bought, he paid a tax of 10 rupees, but when he sells it to the dealer, he collects a tax of 15 rupees. So out of these 15 rupees, he has already paid 10 rupees, so the remaining 5 rupees he sends to the government. Okay. The wholesaler sells the remaining tax to the government. Okay. Because he paid 10 rupees as tax to the wholesaler, but when he sold it to the dealer, he collected 15 rupees. Out of these 15 rupees, he's already paid 10, which means 5 rupees is the extra tax he is collected. That extra tax he has to send to the government. So the government receives 5 rupees from the wholesaler. Okay. So this 5 rupees is the GST paid by the wholesaler to the government. Okay. Next stage. The dealer paid 150 for the article and he also paid 15 rupees as tax. Okay. Now the dealer increased the price of the article by 50 more rupees, that's his mark price. He is going to sell it to the customer. Okay. So the customer is going to buy the article for 200 rupees and the customer has to pay a tax. So let's see how much tax the customer has to pay the dealer. So that's the third tax that we are going to calculate. Okay. Again, the percentage of tax is 10%. That's 10 over 100 of 200 rupees. That should give you 20 rupees. Okay. So if the customer is buying this article, he has to pay 200 rupees for the article, plus he also pays 20 rupees tax. Okay. But the dealer, when he bought it, he paid a tax of 15 rupees. Okay. But when he sells it to the customer, he collects 20 rupees as tax. Out of these 20 rupees, 15 rupees tax he is already paid. Okay. So the remaining, that is 5 rupees, is the extra tax that he is collecting. That is the GST that the dealer has to pay the government. So the 5 rupees the dealer sends to the government. So finally, there is no calculation for the customer. I'm just showing you this. So the customer pays 200 rupees for the article and he also pays 20 rupees as tax. So altogether the customer pays 220 rupees for the article. Okay. Finally. Now, whatever the customer pays as the tax, that's the final tax paid. Okay. Whatever the customer pays as the tax, that should have reached the government. Check and see. The government received 10 rupees in the beginning from the manufacturer, 5 rupees from the wholesaler and 5 rupees from the dealer. Altogether that gives you 20 rupees. That is the final tax paid by the customer. Okay. So all this tax has gone to the government. So these taxes which were paid individually by the manufacturer, then by the wholesaler, then by the dealer, these are called GST. Okay. So GST is actually the difference between the tax collected from someone and the tax you already paid. The difference between them will give you the GST. Okay. So the GST paid by the wholesaler will be, he originally paid 10 rupees, he collected 15 rupees, GST paid by the wholesaler is the difference between these two, that's fine, that's what is here. GST paid by the dealer will be, he collected 20 rupees as tax, he already paid 15 rupees as tax, the difference, that's 5 rupees, is the GST paid by the dealer to the government. Okay. Now, there are two types of GST that you have to know. One is CGST and the other one is SGST. Okay. GST full form is here, goods and service tax. Okay. Now what is CGST? This is C stands for central GST, okay, and S stands for state GST. Okay. Part of this GST has to go to the central government, part of the GST has to go to the state government. Now the actual percentage of GST is 18%. Okay. So CGST is half of this, that is 9% should go to the central government and the remaining 9% goes to the state government. Okay. So 9% to the central government and 9% to the state government as GST. So if they are asked separately, then this is how you will separate them. Half goes to the central government and half goes to the state government. Okay. So that's just an example. Now to the exercise. Exercise 1, question number 1. Samir buys an article for rupees 12,000 and pays 5% tax. He sells the same article for rupees 15,000 and charges tax at the same rate. At the same rate means 5%. Find the GST paid by Samir. Now, It says Samir buys an article for rupees 12,000. So if he buys an article, he is going to buy it from someone. Okay. Let's assume that someone is a wholesaler from whom Samir buys it. Okay. So Samir is here and he buys the article from someone. So that someone I have considered as the wholesaler. Okay. So Samir buys an article for rupees 12,000. So he buys it from the wholesaler. Therefore, the mark price of the wholesaler is rupees 12,000 and pays 5% tax. On this, he pays 5% tax. Okay. So don't write GST and all, just write tax. Okay. So tax in the first case. Tax in the first case is 5% is the tax, 5% is 5 by 100 of whatever is the mark price. That's 12,000. If you simplify this, you will get rupees 600 is the tax paid by Samir to the wholesaler. Okay. Our calculation is over. Next, he sells the same article, which means Samir sells the same article for rupees 15,000. So Samir, imagine, is going to sell it to a customer. Okay. So when Samir sells it, he sells it for 15,000 rupees. So that 15,000 rupees is the new mark price. So mark price of Samir is rupees 15,000 and charges tax at the same rate, which means he is going to charge tax at 5%. Okay. So let's calculate the tax in the second case. Tax in the second case is 5%, 5 by 100 of 15,000. This on simplification will give you 750 rupees. Okay. So this is the tax Samir collects from the customer. This is the tax Samir paid the wholesaler, and this much is what he collects from the customer. The question is, find the GST paid by Samir. What is the GST paid by Samir? Okay. GST paid will be whatever tax he collected. From that you subtract whatever tax he already paid. He collected 750 rupees from the customer and he has already paid 600 rupees to the wholesaler. The difference between them will give you the GST. Therefore, GST paid by Samir will be 750 is what he collected minus 600 is what he has already paid. That should give you rupees 150. That's the difference. Okay. That difference is called the GST. Okay. Next. Question number 12. A dealer bought a machine from a wholesaler for rupees 12,500. Dealer sells it to a retailer at a profit of rupees 800 and the retailer sells it to a consumer at a profit of rupees 1,300. If the rate of GST is 12%, find number 1, the amount of tax received by the government on the sale of this machine, and the second question is the amount that the consumer pays for the machine. Let's start from the beginning. It says a dealer bought a machine from the wholesaler. Dealer buys it from the wholesaler and then the dealer sells it to the retailer and then the retailer sells it to a consumer. Usually we don't show any calculation about the consumer because the consumer buys it from the retailer. So people who are involved here, first one is the wholesaler because dealer buys it from the wholesaler. The first person is the wholesaler, WS I've written, wholesaler. The dealer buys it from the wholesaler, so the second person is the dealer. The dealer sells it to a retailer, the third person is the retailer, and the retailer sells it to the consumer. I have not written the consumer. Okay. So, three people involved here who are selling this article. Okay. So, it says a dealer bought a machine from a wholesaler for rupees 12,500. Dealer buys it from the wholesaler for a mark price of rupees 12,500. Dealer sells it to a retailer at a profit of rupees 800. Means he is going to increase this price by 800 more rupees. Okay. So add 800 to this, that will give you 13,300 is the mark price of the dealer, because dealer is going to sell it to the retailer. And the retailer sells it to a consumer at a profit of rupees 1,300. Now, retailer bought it for 13,300. Now, when he sells it to the consumer, he increases the price by 1,300. So, add 1,300 to this, that will give you 14,600 is the mark price of the retailer. If the rate of GST is 12%, at all stages, the tax is 12%. Find, number one, the amount of tax received by the government. Okay. As I told you in the previous case, the amount of tax the government receives is the tax that is paid by the customer. Okay. Whatever final tax the customer pays, that is what the government receives. Okay. So there is no need for you to find the tax in this case, tax in this case. You will have to find only the tax in the last case where the customer is buying it. Okay. So, question was, you have to find the amount of tax received by the government on the sale of this machine. Okay. So, amount of tax received by the government is the tax that the customer is going to pay the retailer. Okay. So, let's calculate the tax here. Mark price is 14,600. Tax percentage was 12%, that is 12 by 100 of 14,600 is the mark price. Simplify this, you will get rupees 1752. That's the answer for the first question. The first question answer is amount of tax received by the government is what the customer pays finally, that is rupees 1752. Okay. There's a second question which says you have to find the amount that the consumer pays for the machine. What all does the consumer pay for the machine? If the consumer is buying, he is buying from the retailer, which means he has to pay the mark price, that's the price of the machine. He also has to pay the tax, which is 1752. So this and this together is the amount that the customer has to pay the retailer. So the second one, amount that the consumer pays for the machine is, both of them added together, it's 14,600 plus a tax of 1752. Add both of them, that will give you 16352. That's rupees 16352 is the final price paid for this machine by the consumer. Next, question number 15. The manufacturing cost of a machine is rupees 30,600. This is not the mark price. This is the manufacturing cost. The money spent on making that article is 30,600. So this is not the mark price, this is just the cost price. Okay. So cost price of the machine by the manufacturer is 30,600. Manufacturer sells it to a dealer, the dealer sells it to a consumer. If the profit at each stage of selling is rupees 1,000 and the rate of GST is 12%. See, when the manufacturer made it, he made it for 30,600. And it says manufacturer sells it to the dealer and the dealer sells it finally to the consumer. Okay. So, there are actually three people involved: manufacturer, dealer, consumer. You don't have to show any calculation for the consumer. Consumer's calculation is this. Okay. Now, it says if the profit at each stage of selling chain is rupees 1,000. Profit at each stage is 1,000 rupees. So everybody is increasing the price by 1,000 rupees. Okay. The cost price of the machine was 30,600. Okay. That's by the manufacturer. Now it says profit at each stage of selling is 1,000, which means the manufacturer is going to increase this price by 1,000 rupees. So mark price of the manufacturer will be rupees, add 1,000 to this, that will give you 31,600. Okay. So that is this mark price. Then the manufacturer sold it to the dealer. Now the dealer has to sell it to the consumer. Now when the dealer sells it to the consumer, again he increases the price by 1,000 more rupees. So he bought it for 31,600. Now when he is going to sell it to the consumer, he increases the price by 1,000 more. Add 1,000 to this, that gives you 32,600. This is the price at which he is going to sell it to the consumer. And the rate of GST is 12%. Questions are, find, number one, the total amount of GST paid. Total amount of GST paid to the government is the GST or is the tax paid by the consumer finally. Okay. So the consumer buys it from the dealer, so no tax calculation for this, it's not needed. So we calculate only the tax in this case, okay, where the consumer is going to buy it from the dealer. So mark price is 32,600 and the tax is 12%, that is 12 by 100 of the mark price is 32,600. On simplification, this gives you rupees 3912. Okay. First question is the total amount of GST paid. This is the total amount of GST that the government will receive. Okay. So first answer. Total amount of GST is what the customer pays finally, that is rupees 3912. The second question is, you have to find the amount which the consumer pays for the machine. If the consumer is buying, he is buying it from the dealer. What is the total amount that the consumer pays for this machine? Okay. If he is buying, he has to pay the mark price, that is 32,600. He also has to pay a tax of 3912. Okay. So amount paid by the consumer finally is 32,600 plus 3912. That gives you rupees 36512. Okay. That's the final price paid by the consumer. And your homework. Exercise 1, question numbers 13, 14, 23, 30 and 31.